It's like an alien came and designed this for aliens. Hello, Zeospantera, here with the most frustrating thing that I've ever had to do, and I hope you stick through it for however fucking long this is, because it's going to be a nightmare. So I was sent, Digital DJ Gear sent me 2 podcasting interfaces. And I thought, like I know audio, like I know audio equipment. I know, stereo stuff, surround sound stuff. I even did pro audio stuff. I had mixers, and my father worked behind the scenes, did a little bowling alley like setups, and we worked with professional shit. So why the fuck does it feel like I've been transported to the year 2131, and it's like, yo, this is what the. So this is the Mcaster. I have 2 of them, the Mcaster Live and the VoCaster ONE. I love how there's like VoCaster, Mcaster, Live, ones. It's just, and I don't podcast. I do live streams twice a week. I walk around my house Wednesdays and Sundays. If you find me on Twitch, don't know what time I start, usually randomly, but I'll just put the head cam on and I'll wirelessly go around and do things, and so that's it. I've done a podcast. I have actually done a live podcast from RMAF, the year that actually the year before we did the room, because it was DMS, Josh Valor, and me. We all sat around and we talked, we did podcast things. So how is this helping me? Let's look at it. And then you got, like, I'm sure someone out there is like, oh shit, Zeos is doing the Mcaster Live. I love that thing. The side has pretty basic plugs. Like, I could tell what all these are. There's a picture of a speaker, so I got the little Fios out. Fio speakers. There's a picture of earbuds. So I got the fucking Mackie MC 450s. Yep, I love these headphones. They've been on the wall right there. You haven't seen them, have you? But here they are, plugged in to a Mackie device. We've got a picture of a phone with music. Look, there's even like a quick draw sheet that shows you what you're supposed to do. A picture of a keyboard, which I don't have a keyboard. A picture of a headset with a microphone loop. So I guess this is that, and that would be for like if you want the microphone in on that as well. You've got a USB-C that has a picture of a computer with a little mouse. So I got the laptop here. And we've got the power little lightning bolt. That's fine. I grasp that. By the way, RGB lighting, which you can make RGB. I like purple. Then we get to the front, and this is where my anxiety starts kicking in. You got a real throaty one there. It was like, the Drake is yelling. All right, picture of IMs. This is the volume for the IMs and the speakers. It's a pair. They go at the same time. You don't want your speakers to be running? Unplug them or lower your speakers. You don't want your headphones to be running? Unplug them. That's your options. After that, everything else is fucking German. We've got 3 knobs in the bottom. All 3 knobs have 3 speakers next to it. That's it. It's just knob with indicator, and then speaker, speaker, speaker. So I'm like, okay, I assume that these are 3 mixers, faders, and they're controlling the rows. Because then we have 2 identical knobs with squiggly lines. Squiggly line. And I'm like, okay, that's a thing. And it turns out that's the effect amount. Yeah, that is the more Stream FX. And then you have these, which looks like mixers, look like equalizer mixers. So they're below that. And apparently those are contour effects. So there's Stream effects and contour effects. And then you have, we'll get to the green ones in a second. We have these buttons that can alternate between microphone, that can alternate, hold on, that can alternate, why nothing is working. It was just working. Ha, 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 ha. There we go. So now my voice is coming through. I picked my measurement microphone, the Dayton one up, plugged it with the world's best cable just because, and I can now talk. So there's obviously got a feedback destroyer, or this would be freaking out. Because you can't put a microphone through a thing and then through speakers, because it'll get into a feedback loop and it'll be bad. So these are controlling that with the microphone. Then we have the choice of either keyboard, which hasn't been used, or 9 Inch Nails, which is currently blasting, which I should be able to lower that. Hold on. Yeah. Okay, so this is my microphone. This is my volume from my microphone. This is the main output. Okay, we're going through this together. You get your main outputs. You get your mixer for the main output, which I can just leave up all the way so I can talk like this, like a badass. We're picking the computer for 9 Inch Nails, or Hans Zimmer now. True Romance Stars at Dawn. See if we can get something Weird Al is perfectly fine. So now let's add some effect, reverb effect. We'll add all of it. So we could take our microphone and we could add effects to it. We could take our input source, either a keyboard or a computer, and we could mix it up to the output and add effects to it. Then this last one is like the fucking Predator language. It's got a square box, 1 dot, 2 dots, 3 dots, 4 dots, 5 dots, and 6 dots, like a dice. What? And I believe that is the type. I'm gonna take, I don't want to get copyright infringement, so hold on. I'm gonna talk, I'm gonna switch, gonna switch again, gonna switch. Can I get a switch over here? Can I get a switch? Can I get a switch? Bro, can I get a switch? Can I get a switch? Switch, and then the 6th one. I gotta admit, that's kind of cool. This makes you a Discord asshole. And so if we lower that, now wait. So now let's get rid of the effect on there. So now there's no effect. Now there's no effect. Now that none of these matter. But now let's put up this other one, which is contour effects. So this is, hello, this is contour. Hello, contour, hello, contour, hello. I can hear it doing something, but it's hard to pick up through it. I think it's just changing the bass response as best I could describe it. Hello. Oh, that sounds great. Ha, 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 ha. So, and then we get their LED button. And so you get, what is this third one then? Because if this is for this input, which is the microphone currently set, and this is for the computer, then, like, is this the master volume for everything? For the output? Oh, by the way, here's your mic input, and you get the 48 volt selector right there. So now I've got all this shit plugged in and lit up, and we can make our voice sound fucking, do this to our voice, and it'll come through, and it'll come through. Hello. Right. It's doing weird shit right now. I dislike. Huh? So congratulations, there it is for $160. And I love Mackie, like I love the MR624s. I love the big knob controller. I have the little knobs right here. Look at it. Look at it. It's got a sticker on it and everything. It's just a quality piece of built knob with mono and mute and dim, and it's great for like dealing with monitors. So why the fuck is this built like shit? This is quality. In fact, the big knob is over on the speaker review desk, like for the near field. This, everything is plastic, and I could like feel the knobs grinding against like they're floating here, but some of them are like real tight, and I could feel them. So like, I guess it's supposed to be super light, and it has a handle, and they tell you you're not supposed to just run it off of a fucking wall outlet. You can run this off your USB bank, so you can go out places and do things. By the way, desk mat available in the description. Is she AI? Are these AI? Because these fingers are not. I'm not feeling a real artist on these fingers. Just pointing that out. So there you go. Also, it has a TRS cable that comes for the phone, to plug in the phone. So here's my phone. If I hit play, literally a second too late. Not even. You could fucking go back and watch the replay of that. This is playing off my phone. Now, I've had this phone for several years, and I know for a fact, if I take a TRRS, which is the 4 conductor, which means it should be able to interface sound out and also microphone in. If I plug this in while music is playing, that should switch. And it literally isn't. And I've never had that problem before, ladies. Ladies, this has never happened to me. In fact, let's double check to make sure it's not my phone. I have right here KPH40. It's a stabilized wood dongle. It comes with a set of IMs. Relax. Keep it in your pants, boys. Let's just double check that I'm not fucking crazy. Hold on. Now it's playing out of the headphones. So I don't know what's wrong with this cable, because this is all the cables that came with it, except for the power cable. It's going there. Every other cable came with this unit. But, you know, like the Ramones, she's the one. If I want to listen to the Ramones, she's the one. Now I can. And I unplug it and it goes away. So what the fuck in Science Hill? Why doesn't the TRRS cable that came with the Mackie do the same thing? Like, I plug it in here. Let's plug it in. There's also not even a selector for it, which is kind of weird. Like, I would think that it would be like, if I'm going to input from it, it would have another way to choose it, or to choose the output, or something, and it just doesn't exist. So, tell me, everyone, please, educate me. Here, we got to minimize this. The confusion is on my face, and it's on their faces. How the fuck do you use this thing? What's the goal here? Where are we going? That, and I read some of it was like, oh, you get to mix it in and out of your phone, so you could stream from your phone, which the wire's not working. I guess I should be able to USB to it, because it's acting as a source. I have the USB going into the computer section, and it's acting as, if I put up this. Yeah, no, there's a bunch of shit going on that needs to not be going on. Huh? Oh, it's feeding back the music through the microphone, so I gotta kill the microphone, and then I could just put up Dragon Ball Z is now playing. So this is fine. Honestly, it sounds really cool for just fucking around with music. I honestly would... I miss the days of the Sound Blaster. Who remembers being a kid and having a Sound Blaster sound card, and it was the coolest thing ever because you could like put it into bathroom mode or hall mode. And it's cool that there's a knob to do it. But like literally, okay, I figured out all the knobs and switches and buttons, what they do, and then you could change your RGB, even though it's two-sided, it just goes back and forth between the colors. Then what? Like, I thought there'd be software to install, to be like, all right, we're going to interface with this, and you're going to control thing. But no, it's just a standalone, this is it, it's done. It's your thing. So would you just plug that into your phone and then live broadcast and have like not even a lapel mic. This is a 48-volt full XLR, so... He's yelling in the void of the stairs to make his echo, because he's like, oh, I hear your echo. Oh, I could beat this cat. Hold on, we got this. We can put this up. Hold on. Ta-da! There's your Mcaster Live. It makes some... Oh, the Drake! Calm your balls! I recorded him on my phone and then played it back, and it freaked him out. There was a voice clip of him going, wow, and he like looked at me like, oh my God, are you a cat? So I think he might think I'm a cat now. So, okay. Her earrings look way too nice to be AI. Okay, as long as you're ripping up something that's not a box that has to go back, that's fine. That was a lot of ripping and tearing. Rip and tear and rip and tear and rip and tear. So, that's done. I don't know what you do with it. I don't know how you're supposed to use this. It does cool effects. It doesn't have an interface to like it acts as a recording interface here. So it'll actually pick up in Audacity, or you could use it in like OBS and it'll pick up and you could do some mixing and stuff. But you could just do most of that on a computer anyway. But I guess if you needed more input sources, you could do look, you let me know what you I've never had to use something like this, so it doesn't affect me. Let's kill the 48 volt. There's no on-off power. You just literally have to unpower it, which is going to probably break it. Let's look at this. So this is a much more simple, plain Jane looking unit. And I appreciate that. It's made by Focusrite, which they make the text on the bottom literally ghost text. You can only see it when the light is just right, which is fantastic for all this fucking warning information. Big rubberized bottom. This thing, again, kind of cheap feeling. I guess that has a ton of features, so you leave it like that. This doesn't feel as much like a piece of audio equipment as it does like something to like look at. I don't know. Again, we're in the future. At least it has words on things instead of like weird symbols to be cool. Power button, USB, which we're just gonna steal all the shit from here for a second. Hold on. Boom. Now I don't know if this will. All right, this one actually gets powered by the computer. This one did not get powered by the computer. You would think that plugging it into that would do something. It didn't. Had to fucking externally feed it. So that's good. We're already ahead of the game. Also, I'm spitting on this, and it's just disgusting. We have 3 soft buttons here. We have mute mic, magic, and I guess that's muted or gain up. I like a volume control that what is that doing? That goes white and the white goes up, and then that's blanking. I don't know, maybe you have to put in the. So here's a problem I have. Never ever ever in my whole fucking life have I seen the word host. Like, I get it, you're the TV host, but just call it microphone. I'm looking at this like it's some sort of weird interface for some sort of device that you have to host, and it's just it's fucking microphone. Just call it microphone. You get another picture of a phone and a 3.5 millimeter. Give me the fucking wire. We'll see what this does. Maybe this'll. Hey, it's not playing. So it is your fault. Because it's playing, but it's not playing out of the speakers, which means it's being interfaced with this correctly. This one has a Kensington lock, in case you want to lock it up. It's got a picture of a camera, 3.5 millimeter, which I guess a webcam? That makes almost no sense that that's that. And then you have a 48 volt button here, which it is lit up here, so I'm assuming 48 volt is on. 48 volt is on. That is actually pretty cool. And then in the middle, and the reason I don't have these speakers hooked up is it has 1/4-inch TRS outputs because it's a Focusrite product, and it has fucking balanced outputs for studio monitors. That's great. I love that feature. Problem is, I also need you to give me a 3.5 millimeter for just normal speakers, because you've got the headphone out in the front, which is a full-size 1/4-inch. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to have to go to my drawer here, grab a rando, plug that in. I'm going to turn knobs down. This looks like this is a headphone and speaker mix. We're going to take the, which one are you? I'll do this on the headphones first before the feedback loop comes and kills us all. Fuck. Check, 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 check. So I turn this up, I can hear my phone and my microphone. So now I hear my phone and my microphone coming through. Let me see what this knob does here. No, down, down. This denies my microphone. Now the mic's muted and everything turned red. Hello. And now I hit that and it says magic. And the magic off and on. And then this Mutes. This also mutes everything except for this music coming through my phone. So yeah, this is like microphone mute, and this is like microphone mute, and this is green or off. So again, we're now here outputting. Let's at least see. Oh, I gotta cancel this. Cancel. We now have the option for the VoCaster ONE USB unsupported stream format. Excellent. Great. Fantastic. I guess this is Escape Wavefold from the Hannah OST. Hannah was a good movie at the start, and then it turned into like a very no-budget movie. So we've got more simplicity, but almost to the point where it's like, well, now what do you actually do? I make that pause. Because we have, this is our actual headphone volume. And this just says mic. And you could see we could go up or down, and that's showing it. And then it shows our level here, and then it shows our level together, including a peak indicator. So if we lower this down until we don't peak, the goal being to never peak a microphone. So here, it's pointed at us. We're going to keep talking until we hit that little red. We're going to keep talking until we hit that little red. We're going to keep talking until we hit that little red. We're going to keep talking. I'm just going to keep talking until we hit that little red. We're going to peak up. I peaked. Back it up. Back it up. Peak, peak, peak. A little bit less. Peak, peak. Perfect. There, I have it set. Now what? I'm not that old. I understand people are going to buy this. People, let's assume you're 14 and you want to start a podcast. Boom. Your parents buy you a VoCaster ONE. But again, I keep spitting on it and it's just disgusting. But now what? I guess you're just interfacing it with the computer. At least it is showing up. Let's double check to make sure it's showing up as an input device as well. Go to sounds. Go to recording. So yeah, it's just VoCaster ONE USB and it's showing up. So I guess that's the whole point of this entire event is I don't understand the one with the phone. I understand at least you can give it a phone as an input. Multiple inputs is what you want. You're doing podcasting, you have friends on Discord and you're bringing their voices in and you need an external input. So all this is really doing, both of these units, is giving you a microphone for yourself and some other input source, whether it says keyboard or computer. You're grabbing things and it's just a mixer. It's a very basic mixer. They're just selling it under this like fucking podcasting lifestyle, bro. And I didn't even open the page for the VoCaster ONE. I was too busy complaining about this brick of text that I just hate everything it says. Back to the Mackie for a second. Change your mood lighting. Everyone knows that slick RGB lighting is what really makes your computer run faster. Quote, not really. So we made sure the Mcaster provides an extra LED fueled oomph that you require. All on the bottom is an LED strip with 7 bright colors to choose from. It's like, what? Stop. Stop. Like here's a real Mackie, the Creator Adaptive Digital Mixing for Podcasting. Look, that looks like an actual mixer that almost maybe would make sense. Does it have a fucking screen on it? Yeah, that thing is, that's a machine. And you know what? I bet you it has more than one input. One of the boxes are back there. It was the saddest fucking thing I've ever read. The podcast interface for solo content creators. You have no friends. Anyway, I don't want to keep harking on these devices because I don't use them, and I feel like podcasting is a hobby that is not audiophilia. It's like, hey, we've got a bunch of shit you need to do. Obviously, you need to do it because this is for very specifically people who are podcasting on the move that could use battery packs to podcast. It's like I just rub my temples and I'm like, I don't use it. I don't know anybody that uses it. I don't like the way they're sort of like, they're changing the fundamentals of the way I know how audio works to make a mixer that's like cool. I hate that. And I hate that. But it works. They both work. The VoCaster is built way better. Again, I forgot to look up the actual cost of said VoCaster, so let's just click one of these. I'm just looking up Amazon. I'll link properly to what's it called later? VoCaster ONE. There's also a VoCaster 2 for when you stop being lonely and have a friend. Oh, it's only $100. That's an easy. It doesn't have the cool echoey effects, although it probably does under the magic thing. You could do the magic thing. Use auto gain enhance. There was an enhancement. I heard the sound change when I hit the magic button. I think that's just to clean up and do like noise canceling. It's not doing the fun effects. It's definitely more. Look, there she is. This girl is completely. She is the one and only that is. Oh. Yeah, no, headphones down there are playing because I accidentally hit the buttons on my mouse. Yeah, so there you go. VoCaster ONE versus Mcaster Live. Things like interface, like I used to do like just recording interfaces. Like the last actual interface that I gave a shit about was the Moto M2, which I have one on my desk, and I had an extra one down here that I was going to return because it occasionally flipped into noise, but I couldn't because it's so well made. All you're adding with one of these is the ability to mix in a second thing. Like the M2, the Moto M2 has 2 microphone inputs, and I use it for stereo. But if you could have another audio interface thing, you could just sort of do it. What is happening with my entire machine here? I'm just going to close that tab because I'm going to try to play a video. This computer is not prepared to play video off a YouTube webpage or for an Amazon webpage. So yeah, no, I wish the Mcaster stopped being so weird with like it's just photos. It'll be universal. It's one of the reasons they do things like this is because they can sell this in every country for every language, and they don't have to write shit. Even this one is the same way. It's just a picture of a microphone, a picture of speakers and headphones. It's just so they don't have to do that. They don't have to. They can explain it to you on a piece of paper in a language that, you know, here's the English one, explains all the things because you don't want to know 1D and 2D and then 7 and then 5 and a Picasa Marcha Borduri. So they do that on purpose to have to do less different manufacturing. I think the numbers 1 through 6 are pretty universal, though I should have probably stuck with that. But, you know, if you have one of these, if you actually podcast, if you are a solo leveling podcaster, do either one of these, like, do you want to see this sort of content? Because I'll get into it. I was able to hook this up. It only took me about an hour of losing my fucking mind trying to figure out why I couldn't turn it on when I realized that my Doogie charger literally only works to charge. It's not even working now. My entire, this power brick just stopped working. So I plugged it in and I'm like, well, it's not turning on. Where's the power button? And it literally was just a matter of like, oh, I have to use a different USB power source for that one. This one just powers off the thing, and it just powers off the thing. Also, I feel like if you're going to make this for portable use, you would recess all these buttons and knobs down and have a cover so that you could open it up, adjust, and close it and then carry it on you. Because the way it is currently, everything here could just get hit and rubbed and 48 volt turn on and off. So I wouldn't call that like a successful design. Actually, if I was designing one of these, having never solo podcast, I would also recess all this shit like in the back and down, so the wires all just come out instead of the strain relief being. So the wires would all be like here, and then there'd just be like a little panel you can close over them so that they don't get fucking fucked up and bent when you land it on the side. It just bends the wires. I'm just saying, I'm a professional designer now. Fucking Italians. Anyway, I'm done. I don't want to think about these ever again because they're mildly infuriating. I get it. It's like dressing up a real professional piece of audio equipment for children, and I don't know. So anyway, wallpaper in the wallpaper hoard, desk mat on Amazon if it's still available. Although again, if it's AI, I appreciate, because usually they just steal artwork from real artists and then just sell it. It's like ha 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 ha. So at least if they're trying to AI generate it, then that's a non-copyrightable image and they could just be like, whatever. And I don't want to get started on the whole training of AI to think, because that's how you train people. So it's just, whatever. I'm fucking exhausted. Patreon subscribe star will help buy me sleep and medicine to help me get through these hard times of reviewing podcasting gear. $5 a month, see reviews early, participate in yard sales, which I ship free to continental United States and Canada, and half shipping international. I think these are going back to the companies, which is fine. They're so cheap, like $100 for that. If you just need to mix a microphone and another source, let's get this one. This one does the cool effects thing, but this one's just nicer built. This feels like it's gonna last a while, and this feels like it's gonna break as soon as you turn the knob. It's so weirdly like plastic. Like, just this choice of plastic is bad. And Mackie makes good shit. This is good shit here. Look at I actually dropped this on the floor and it scratched the knob, but it's perfectly fine. So Mackie make a good thing. Just this thing designed not to be the good thing. I'm done. You're done. We're done. Again, $5 a month. See reviews early. Participate in yard sales. First cents every month. I sell shit usually, but not these probably. Get to the sound demos. If you want to hear the headphone sound demos or speaker sound demos, they're now privately hosted, so I don't have to abide by any YouTube rules, or lawyers. I just want to. I can't take it anymore. And then $10 a month, private behind the scenes Telegram chat, so you can ask me questions directly. Please feel free to join for $10 or $15 or $30. Get into that chat and then ask me questions about the VoCaster ONE over and over again. It'll be worth it for the meme, the angry meme. It'd be like sending me packages with packing peanuts. I hate those. Also check out my unboxing channel. All my other channels linked down in the description. And then, so also if you're in the $10 chat and you ask me questions, you also get into a lifetime swap meet channel where you can buy, sell, and trade gear. And I think that's it. Check out the Hi-Fi Guides forum. Check out my sponsor link. Usually there's a sponsor link that goes universally across all videos. And I'm going to be done. I'm just going to be done. Here, I'll give her a chance. I'm just going to be done. This is also stretched. I hate the fact that it's stretched. Like, come on, man. Don't sell a goddamn mouse pad that is fucking stretched. And then don't fold it into fucking like eighths and then set it into flat pack. I hate that too. Anyway, I'm good. Can I stop this now? Is the gun off me?